Got the front power cell right here.
All right. Hey, welcome back to Two Guys Garage. I've got my good electrical guru, Jay Harris here from ISIS Power, and we're installing the ISIS Power electrical system here. Before we plug everything in, we'll walk you through a couple of the steps that you're probably familiar with wiring. First step is you got to get power from the battery. Everything is included in the kit. We've got a 4-gauge heavy-duty wire. That's going to go to our block of fuses, our main fuses, and from there we'll feed our power cells. And we can put a power cell anywhere we need power in the vehicle. So we've got one up front, we're going to put one in the rear, and from there, basically we can take our inputs. Now our inputs are simple. All I got to do is read the color coding. If I've got a starter, I hook up these two wires. If I've got AC, I need power, I hook up these two wires. If I've got hazard lights, anything else, turn signals, I splice them in, I connect it in the box, the brain is ready to go. Now, how are you doing over there on the power cell side?
Just checking all the wires here. So you got power coming from the battery.
Yep.
That power goes through that fuse box. I'm going to actually go off and connect the power connections here to the power cell. And each power cell gets its own set of wires like this. So if you want to go off and take that input connector, after you get that mounted, and plug it into the master cell.
Yeah, I've got basically everything from the steering column inputs, AC, you name it, everything has been wired right into this connector. And once I snap it in here, now our car is basically wired and ready to go.
Okay, and then I'm going to go off and connect the output wires. Now we've already snaked through the car the wires going from the power cell to the accessories. This power cell right here is doing all the front functions in the car. So you can imagine that the longest length of wire is from this to that corner. We actually have the last thing to do here is actually get these fog lights wired up. So I'm going to plug in the output from the power cell into the light bulb, and I'm going to ground it here through the other terminal. So that's it. We just wired that entire circuit, switch into the master cell, power from the power cell. Kevin, if you want to plug the data cable in.
Yeah, that's pretty much the last step.
That's really the last step.
So we're connecting the brain with the brawn with basically a data cable.
Exactly.
And now we're ready.
And we're ready to go because that master cell is connected to this power cell and the other power cell we have in the rear here. Where this one does everything in the front, this power cell in the rear is going to do the ignition and the starter, the back light cluster. And one of the important things here is you can see where that power cell is. It's actually in the engine compartment. You know this engine. This thing runs hot. You're generating a lot of power, a lot of horsepower here. That power cell is rated up to 125 degrees C.
It's about, what, 250 F?
Yep, and that's kind of what the OEM standard is for the engine compartment. And it's also been through mechanical shock and vibration and salt fog and salt spray and all the chemical exposures that an OEM system has to go through.
Extremely durable unit, salt sprays, corrosiveness. I mean, it's ready to handle just about anything you throw at it, minus mounting it to a header, which is probably a no-no.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to put any electronics on a header. But one of the other important things is, like, we have customers who put these in four-wheel vehicles. They're doing off-roading, they're doing Baja, and at the end of the day, they wash the whole thing down to get all the sand, all the grime off. Everything in here is sealed, so all the gaskets on the covers, all the gaskets on the bottom. We're using OEM quality connectors that actually are sealed, and they're intended to actually be run underwater. So it's really set up to handle whatever abuse your vehicle is going to go through.
It's made for real-world use.
Absolutely.
And as you just saw, we plugged everything in. It's made for plug-and-play type of action, which is great.
Yep.
Now that we've got this thing live, we should probably take a break, add some power, basically the battery. We can come back, fire the system up, and see how it came. So stick around. We'll be right back.